Quick, like and subscribe if you want good luck for the next 5 years.
Gentlemen, you've been watching the games, you've been talking in green room. We gotta know your thoughts. Shy, let's start with you.
Controllers.
All right.
Let's go! Let's go!
Let's take a look at the standings and see who holds that number 1 spot. And it looks like Roller is actually in first place.
Hey, Fortnite Focus fans! Want more V-Buck giveaways? Make sure to use code COOL in the item shop, and we'll continue to give out redemption codes just like this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss out.
Or 23 damage. It's gonna be like, oh, they still got shields. I can't push. You see Null right in front of him as well. Budge, though, is going to have a hard time rotating as we saw a lot of congestion happening on this side of the zone.
Yeah, hard time rotating in, hard time qualifying as, yes, he is in the, kind of the day 2 kind of stride of things right now, but man, he's behind. He's off to the wrong foot, especially considering he was just outside the 150 bubble yesterday, so not a terrible performance, but definitely not a great one to really propel him up. Not like Crims, the way Crims was able to close that gap, make up for lost time by taking that victory Royale very early into the competition, setting himself up for tracking here. But we'll see, though. Can Bludge make the big plays that he needs? Can he close the gap? Can he pull back just mentally as a player, as a pro player, as a top player? Let's see. Gonna pop this flopper out in the open now, kind of ghosting behind the builds here, deciding if he wants to take the fight. And yes, he finds Berserker, and now we know why Berserker was firing all those shots before. It was because he was desperate. He also needed a frag, just like Inspire did when Inspire found Spicy. So it's probably Spicy who's down here, as Blood is trying to pick up some loot. Let's see, is it Inspire? It is Inspire. Okay, so Inspire now, who's feeling it, 200 HP. He knows Blood just came out the zone. He also just kind of snatched up some desperate loot right there. Let's see. Bludge kind of jumps around. It's the shotgun trade right now as things load up. The heavy sniper, the problem solver. And he's on the run now. Bludge is on defense here. He did pop one of the floppers, though, so Inspire already knows he doesn't have any shield. The fall damage, oh my gosh. Almost taken out there. Clay, these are not his walls. This is not his territory to be playing in right now.
It's not, and yet again, he is in zone. He had to use a lot of his stoppers already. We'll see if he's going to be able to get out of that. We'll keep our eye on the elimination feed. But 2 big Titans fighting right now are Zayt and Calc, as Calc is going on aggression. He's got Zayt on the back foot. Is the harpoon being used? Just break the walls and try to get in. Zayt going to know how to counter this. He just sits in his box. Shots coming through. Calc gets the not the best end of that trade, but he's continuing to keep it up. He already had Zayt weed, so he's overall in this fight effective as the stare comes through. Catches Zayt. That was such an effective. As the wall comes down, 200 pump. Calc gonna take out the veteran of Zayt.
Such a big shot right there as well. Good plays by Calc to kind of wait it out. The fact that he waited for Zayt to make the edits on that wall, the reset edit, means that the wall was weak. He took it. He threw the ramp in there. Sneaky, quick, calculated. Young Calc comes out with another 4 points right there, making quick work of Zayt. I'd assume he's taking his screenshots right now and loading up the tweets as he stopped moving for a second there, but we'll see. Here's back with Inspire and Blood. This fight's been actually dragging on. For someone who didn't have shield, he is still making Inspire kind of pay for picking a battle with him. As Inspire now, I think, was also shield cracked here. So they're side by side, and yes, Blood comes in and gets the final say. And now he gets taken out as well, but hey, he pulls a couple points in the process. I mean, he may have tossed Inspire's game, but at least he gets something out of it. It was all worth it for him, just a little bit. And that's how that fight kind of ends right there.
As we swap over to look at Bully, Astonish, Nobu Beef, Evasion, and Yuz there, all on this side near that Slurpee Swamps bridge to the north side here. You see Bully could look for a heavy snipe here, could look for that beam with that rare AR in his inventory. We'll see what he's going to do. Again, Bully did have a decent day, 67 points day one. He's about 97 points if the math adds up there. But, you know, needs about 100 points. Really needs about a really good pop-off game like you talked about with Crims. You said he was able to close the gap. Bully is falling behind. He needs to find a great game, and this could be it. He's in a good spot. Only thing I'm concerned about is that he is 2 minis, and he's already down 500 mats with that 97 build. A good early rotate. He's actually going to find the grapple player, going to beam out of the air, and Astonish going to go down, and that's the biggest elimination he could have found in the entire lobby. You see Inquest trying to go for a Bully, going to capitalize with a grappler, and that could be the moment that changes his entire day.
No, actually, Inquest grabs the grappler before him, and now Inquest is putting the pressure on as they both scrambled for the grappler as soon as it fell down. And now all of a sudden what looked like his breakaway moment for this solo game suddenly turned into a nightmare situation. All shields gone, extra material expended here. And all of a sudden he's left by himself to fend for himself on this rotate. Bully now barely gets away with it. Inquest comes out with the free loot and the grappler. Here's Jack, one of the more exciting names, one of the more consistent players. We've talked a lot about him throughout the course of the last couple weeks here now. Player that's making big strides here in the recent times. Just up the top when you least expect it. Knows how to pull in the victory. Knows how to seal the deal. Doesn't let go of his leads when he catches them. And capitalize on all those moments that he gets. Let's see, though. This is his half in, half out here. Who's going to pull zone right now? It's going to pull to one of the least congested sides right now. Is that a... I think that is an airdrop landing right above the base of Mega here. Mega and Jack now playing for it. Jack, I believe, controls the wall in front of it. We'll see if he makes the edit here on Mega soon. No, he throws the 1C4. You saw it kind of break right there or something. Not too sure. Oh, it was the RPG. And that's what it was. He broke the layer down, and all of a sudden, Mega thought he was in for a sweet treat. Instead, it was a surprise shotgun from Jack.
A very heads-up play to realize, hey, you know what? I got this floor. Edit him down. Eliminate him. Really, really good to see. Also really good to see that he's changed his name back to Jock and not Qzhu or whatever it was, you know, all backwards letter there. So now we can read it and know who he is. So really good to see. We do see Young Cow getting an evasion and getting him eliminated. We move back over, though, to Furious, who, again, played very, very well in day number one. We'll see how he ends up playing in day number two. His shots through 92 points already, so a very, very good day. And this day could be even better as Tifu is going to take down Young Cow.
An exciting little kind of turn of events there for Young Cow because the big names are going toe-to-toe with one another. The heavy sniper's out, but Furious doesn't need it because he owns the wall right there. Good follow-up, good recognition of Vexifier being in the wrong spot from Furious. I chatted with some players, some viewers in Big 60 streamer earlier, and they were talking about, hey, we're rooting for Big 60. We want to see Furious up there. These are players that are pulling through open tracks, making a name for themselves with fan bases out there that are on the come up. Let's see what Furious can do here. Furious is doing so well right now. Look at his points. 97 points in this competition right now, coming after a 106 from yesterday. Nearly, basically, solidifying his way to grand finals right now. And he's on it. You can tell he's feeling it. Just look at his form right now. He's looking for the fights here. He's not afraid. This is a position where most players would be afraid to fight right now on the 6th zone, having zone. He doesn't have to be, you know, looking for the battle here, but he's trying to set himself up for even more success. He just wants the points at this point. He has max materials, Clay.
He is doing this so well, and it's so refreshing to see this kind of aggression in the box side area. We see it sometimes happen, but mostly a passive play at this point. But he says, you know what, this zone, nah, that's not for me. I want to play aggressive during this. As we swap to see moving here from Tifu, 29 points, not having the best. Shark now on your screen there, 2 eliminations. He did, I think, just pick up one onto Ghoul, which is going to be why he's looking around for all that loot, but did not get a lot of it. Only 10 builds remaining here for him. He needs to find something, and he does have floppers, so he can flopper play it, but flopper playing in 5th zone is very, very costly. This is just going to be so hard to find. Finds, luckily, a launch pad here for him. But what does he need to do to make this a success, Monster?
Needs more points. He's not on track, not even in the slightest to make it the grand finals, not unless he really pops off. And today, in its own, that Elam right there is going to make it so that he already has more points than yesterday. So we'll see if he can continue to find big strides and stay consistent here. As we tune in with 100 Thieves Cease now, who's on the front of the storm here. He's in the front lines now as the zone is going to pull back. Jack launch pads all the way across, only to find that he also now has to cross back as well. So can Cease get out the zone? I'm paying attention. He pops his flopper. Okay, so he's barely alive still. He is the last to rotate right now. We tune in with Roller up there in the top 3 right now. 62 points in this competition from where we're tuning in right now. 2 Elims, almost top 20. He's got the RPG. We know what the RPG can do. Can swing anything in your favor. Honestly, you can even find elimination, especially this late in the game. You just tuck it down into low ground. You might catch some players with their builds open, box fighting. Get some specials. Let's see now. Here, this is what I mean. You just find the spot, you find the nook, you try and stick it in there. Let's see though, Roller's gonna jump in. Oh my gosh, catches Bizzle off guard, catches Smallzy as well, who's on the run here from the storm. Clay, this is getting serious, and this is why Bizzle's at the top right now.
It is indeed just getting very, very high stakes right now. We're getting towards the end of NAEs. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction, whether that be your points, whether that be how it affects your mental. We see Nate Hill up there on the high ground. Furious on 5 eliminations. We'll see what he's going to do. He's actually going to drop the floppers. Does end up picking him back up. So almost a little bit of a misplay, but he does end up getting a nice beam there onto the player from behind. That player more likely going to go over to zone. They do end up going down. I don't think that was the player that he actually ended up tagging up, but someone else falling a top 10 scenario. Furious doing very, very well to try to take high ground here. He's just going to crank for it, and he gets it.
I mean, do you blame him with 400 metal? It's what you got to do here as he finds Nate Hill, who's just trying to play his game. He jumps down. He sees something mythical. He wants it, and it's the shotgun upgrade as well. Now he has a pump. Was it worth it, though? He's going to lose out on a lot of HP for that one right there. But it's okay because 5 players are remaining. This could be Furious's game here. He's jumping down. There's a launch pad nearby. He doesn't care about a Straw Hat. Charlie's going to fall as well here. The heavy sniper's going to really crack things open for him. And he's just hip firing away now. Attack down here. He knows there's a grapple shot. So someone's trying to take the height. But he's not willing to give it up so easily. He's going to crank right back up. And now we're in a top 3 situation. Furious, Roller, and Use, Clay.
Roller has been playing out of his mind today and yesterday combined. This man coming out of essentially nowhere to make these plays. RPG going through. That's going to be another elimination. Roller now with 6, dropping down from the high ground. Should get the pressure down. He does. A good damage trade there. Furious, effectively the same. Getting more damage, though, onto Roller. Furious with 7. Roller looking for number 6 or 7 there.
I can't take it now. Okay, I didn't lie, I should've looked up.
Rotate's chilling. Just wasted the pad now.
Yeah, it's annoying.
You still have your RPG though, just remember that.
Yeah.
You don't have a lot of mats, you have 16 builds.
Yeah, for an impact now, right?
Yeah. Nice. Nice. You're the best. You have so many mats. You have so many mats. You're 5 for 1. 5 for 1. RPG height. Or just RPG. Nice. Just keep RPGing people.
I wanna get it in first.
Yeah. Nice. It's kind of free. Nice, nice, don't go down. Yeah. Ready to go. Dude, loot the RPG if you can. Get a sword. Nice. Nice. Clips of that. These might go into your old builds. Yep. Nice. Oh. 1v1.
Oh fuck! Let's go! Let's go!
You're the best. Like no one's better.
Dustin with the RPG coming through, Furious with a nice bump, but he
Oh
makes
my
the wrong
God.
edit, and Roller is just gonna steamroll him there, and that's gonna be elimination number 7, and the victory royale there for him.
It's so big, the 7th elimination, and like we said, the placement points that you get from 2nd to 1st is kind of monumental. It's worth a few eliminations. That puts them on par for 2 great games from each of the 2. Regardless of what, well played to Roller right there. I mean, showing why he's in the top 4 right now.
Man, Assiduous is very... That's it. The final game out of NA East. Gentlemen, we got to talk about it. The standings. Who are the people that made it through the top 80 that we're looking to push on through to grand finals? Now, of course, a massive congratulations there to Origins. He was 282nd yesterday, but still showing it doesn't matter. I can still make something happen. The ultimate question is, was it enough? Let's take a look at the standings and see who holds that number 1 spot. And it looks like Roller is actually in first place there. Now, keep in mind, that is a tiebreaker because the only difference there is the eliminations at 43. But still, there are so many people there at the top. Stretch, Scopes, we've seen them all day. Illus, Mara was in that last game. Light, excuse me, 2XE. There's so many. Also, the Victory Owls actually are the tiebreaker as well. Gentlemen, we got to go through the standings. We got to take a look at the list. Shai, what do you think?
I mean, I was going to mention, it's that Victory Royale that we saw just play out. Roller all the way from aggression will stay at the top.